Hi there. Today we're going to talk about sentence pattern number 7. We're still working with the appositives, same thing as sentence pattern 6, but this time we're going to practice using those in the middle of our sentences. So a quick review: an appositive, right, is a something that names another noun in the sentence. You can always go back to the other lecture to take a look at that. But remember, a series of appositives can occur anywhere in the sentence. So the sentence pattern 6, we looked at those at the beginning of the sentence. So here's an example, right here. So we begin the sentence with a series of appositives: Twitter, Facebook, email. Then we have our dash, and then we have our word that kind of sums it all up. Which should he use? Okay, so that was the other pattern from last time, but this time we are going to look at internal appositives, so those that come in the middle of the sentence. And there's two ways that we can do this. Kind of depends on the effect that you want to create with your reader. But you have to either use a dash to set it off, or you have to use a parentheses. So if we take a look at the first example, they learn the qualities of sportsmanship. Notice the dash there. Now we have our internal series of appositives: cooperation, practice, and dedication. So those appositives are renaming the qualities, right? They're being very specific. And notice the dash, so the appositive's over. Right? So we've interrupted the sentence, and now the sentence finishes by carefully studying their coach's example. So the sentence without the appositives, it would simply read, they learn the qualities of sportsmanship by carefully studying their coach's example. But in this case, the writer wanted to add some clarity, right? So the writer chose to interrupt his or her sentence and rename those qualities, right, which were cooperation, practice, and dedication, with a series of appositives. Okay, now the other way to do this would be to use parentheses. Parentheses, basically, you use those if you feel the information is less important. So, for example, the basic writing skills. Notice the parentheses. Good vocabulary, knowledge of grammar, sense of style can be learned by almost everyone. Now, could you use a dash in the sentence? Sure. I always think of like the parentheses as kind of like a whisper, sort of like an aside. So it's like, the basic writing skills, they're not that important, but I'm going to tell you, good vocabulary, knowledge of grammar, sense of style can be learned by almost everyone. So kind of depends on the effect that you want to create or instill in your reader. Other than that, that's about it. There will be an assignment that you need to complete, and hopefully you will use some of these in your own writing.